that work? Great. Okay, here we go. So, welcome to this winter solstice journey. And thank you all for coming. Thank you for showing your beautiful faces. It's so nice to see each other, even if we're in a virtual space, and to connect in together in this way. Today in the northern hemisphere is the winter solstice, and we have someone from South Africa where there's the summer solstice also. And so, with the solstices and equinoxes, they are special planetary alignments where there's an alignment between the earth and the cosmos, which makes it a potent time for our prayers to be heard and answered. And in ancient traditions, ancient Egypt, for instance, many of the temples were constructed, also in the Celtic region in Ireland. These temples were constructed in accordance with these planetary alignments to further enhance their sacred space, to further bless the land, to further enhance the power of their prayers. So, gathering together on the solstices and equinoxes is a potent time for us to tune in to that higher will of the divine that birthed us here at this time. And also to tune in with our high heart desires. Um, my life path has been one of studying many different spiritual traditions and meditating for over 25 years. And in many of those traditions, there was kind of an aesthetic approach that we need to have the negation of all of our desires, and that was the way forward for liberation. And when I came across Kabbalah, one of my teachers said, "Oh, well, we have high heart desires that are placed within us like a blueprint guiding our destiny. And actually, it's in the fulfillment and in our seeking after these high heart desires that we actualize what we've come here for." So, in this space, tuning into those high heart desires, what is that truly that is singing to you, speaking to you, calling you forward? What is it that you feel so inspired by in life? And so today is a beautiful day to get in touch with those dreams and visions that you have for yourselves, for community. And these kinds of days, they're beautiful days for dreaming. And many Native American cultures, they called it the dreaming that we're in. And so we don't have to know the how or the what. But when we come together in this high vibrational field of these portals, of these group gatherings, we have the opportunity for dreaming, to access these higher spaces where we don't even need to know what the details are, but we can commune with this vision of love, peace, whatever your artistic, creative offerings are, whatever it is that you would really like to see as your legacy to the world. Today and other days of these kinds of alignments are beautiful days to tune into that vision. And today, in particular, in the northern hemisphere, is the winter solstice. And this is the time of the greatest darkness. And actually, I've learned that this darkness lasts for 3 days. There's 3 of the longest nights before the light begins to return. And this can be representative or metaphorical of the journey of the Christ, dying on the cross and then being entombed for 3 days and then rising again. Also mirroring the story of Inanna, the Queen of Heaven. And she wanted to make peace with her sister. And her sister was the queen of the underworld. So she gets cloaked in 7 garments. And she knocks on that first door of the underworld, and they strip her first garment. And there were 7 doors to the underworld, and at each passage, she was stripped of one of her garments to arrive there naked before her sister, and her sister killed her and hung her on a hook. And there she remained for a minute until one of her faithful companions appealed to the gods, and they resurrected her and placed her as Queen of Heaven. And one myth that we'll be working with today is the myth of Sophia. And it actually feels emotional for me because in 2012, so it was 12 years ago, when they said, this is the end of the Mayan calendar, December 21st, 2012. I mean, how many had heard that, this Mayan prophecy? Yeah. So that had gotten my attention. And so I was in Sweden sitting in 3 days of ceremony. And the first day, I have this vision. And I hear these kind of whispers and people talking, and they're like, she's coming, she's coming. No one even knows she's coming. People are looking for the second coming of Christ, and no one's even expecting her. So then, the next morning, I'm like, wow, that was an interesting vision. I wonder what that's about. And so then the second night of ceremony, I saw her feet descending to the earth. And then in the third night, her feet landed on the earth, and I was shown that she was Sophia. She was the mother of Gaia, the mother of earth, the mother of us all. And that she had returned to bring truth and to bring her love. And that her return, all the sacred text and the stories and the traditions of her mostly had been lost. So we don't even recognize how magnificent it is. And so at the time that I received that vision, it was very moving for me viscerally, but I didn't have anything to attach it to in my mind except maybe knowing about Sophia as wisdom, as portrayed in the Bible. And so then in the time since, I've had more of a connection with Gnostic teachings and Gnostic texts, and most recently come in contact with the Pistis Sophia, which is a Gnostic text. And both the Pistis Sophia, and I encourage you, if any of this resonates, and I invite you to go on a journey for yourselves of discovery and investigation, because so much of the mysteries in esoteric wisdom, the mysteries are revealed to us. They're not something that we can, break down the door and insist on knowing. They're something that are subtly spoken and revealed to a humble heart. So if any of this speaks to you, I encourage you to go on your own investigation with it. So there's the Pistis Sophia, which is considered a Gnostic text, and this is the story of Sophia, divine wisdom, her descent into the darkness, and her crying out for repentance, and her eventually being restored. And there's also another tale, many tales, they're in line with a different version of the creation story. And one of them is in the Apocrypha of John. And this speaks to our entire world and universe as we know it being an outcropping of Sophia, this emanation. And so today, as we sing to the light, we're going to go on a journey. And we're going to go on that journey with the divine Sophia and her emanation out of the light, out of the union of the ineffable one who gazed upon himself and became two. So then we have the ineffable one, and we have Barbello, who is the mother of all. And out of their divine union, according to this Gnostic story, then began the creation of the ions. And the ions can be connected with the planetary spheres along the lines of the Kabbalistic tree of life. And each sphere is ruled by a pair, a divine twin pair, masculine, feminine pair. So Sophia and her pair, the Christ, the Christos, the Logos, were created in the 13th ion. So this story, this journey that we're going to go on is from this perspective of this aspect of divine wisdom and her journey down into the depths, and then her journey back into the light. And so as we begin, I would love for us to call in sacred space. And I always like to rub our hands together. This activates the energy field in the body. And our hands are an extension of our hearts. So we're activating our hearts. The heart and the chest is also the seat of the electromagnetic field. So feeling this energy source coming from within, being amplified, awakened, and shake out the hands. And then you can just close your eyes and bring your palms face up in the lap, connecting with the breath, feeling yourself arrive into this here and now moment. Just noticing whatever you've brought with you today, whatever thoughts, struggles, triumphs. May we offer it all onto the altar of our hearts, onto the altar of the heart of the universe. And connecting with your heart and connecting with the spark of light that lives within your heart. This is considered the root of the soul. And the root of the soul sits within the heart, just behind the breastbone. And it's about the size of your thumbnail. So connecting into this space, the spark of light, the root of your heart that sits just behind your breastbone. The spark of light, which is the spark of our divinity. Anoia. It is the Divine Mother reminding us of the truth of who we are and setting us a pathway for our own salvation hidden within us. And just saying hi to this spark of light, this divine intelligence housed within. And then seeing that spark of light expanding into a column of light, stretching through the midline of our body, connecting our crown down to our root, and seeing a beautiful column of white light extending through the midline, through the center of our body. Seeing this light extending down from the root down to the heart of our Mother Earth, seeing that she has a sun at the center of her being. Her heart is a star. And so connecting in from all our points in time and space down to the heart of our Mother Earth, as these points of light connecting in. So seeing us across the planet as this grid of columns of light, and feeling that energy coming back up through this column from the heart of our Mother Earth into our root. Feel ourselves held, connected, supported, nourished. Feeling this column extending further up through the body to the crown, and then from the crown up to the heart of the heavens, to the heart of creation, to the Hunab-Ku, the galactic butterfly, to the pleroma, to the originating point of the sutras, of the ideas, of the emanations of the creation. And then feel ourselves being fed through this column of light from the higher worlds. And again, connecting in as these beacons of light, connecting the heart of the earth to the heart of the heavens. Saying, hi, we're here. We're here, we're available, we're ready for the work that we've been called into this life for. And inviting in the directions of the north, the south, the east, the west, the archangels who guard these gates. Inviting in our Mother Earth, our Pachamama, her elementals, her kingdoms, her angels, her allies, to reconfigure our matter in alignment with our highest expression. For we were created in the image and likeness of the divine. And may our physical body and our mind, our emotion, our desires, may all those be aligned with that original purity. We cast a circle of protection around us, inviting into this sacred space only that which is for our highest and best. seeing all of us as these sacred points of light, sitting in sacred circle, surrounded by the angels, archangels, healers, way showers, holding the space of protection, sending light and blessings to our ancestors, to our ancestral lines, past and future, sending light and blessings through the ancestors of the land upon which we find ourselves, giving deep gratitude for those who have walked before us and made it possible for us to be here at this time, sending light and blessings to the future ones who will walk after us. And may we be aligned in this life to nourish the creations that serve the generations to come. And we invite in the sun, the moon, the stars, our angels, archangels, our higher wisdom council, our star family. We invite in the divine Sophia, the wisdom, the pistis Sophia, the power and the wisdom. We invite in the Logos, the Christos. We invite in the ineffable one, the great Father. We invite in Barbello, the great Mother. We connect in with the star of our destiny, that our soul may be informed on its trajectory into the future, and we may be fulfilled. We may actualize what we were created for. And coming back to our hearts, coming back to the spark of light within our hearts, may we be gifted the spiritual discernment to separate the wheat from the chaff, to recognize truth from illusion. And may we be fortified in walking this path of truth that only our heart can illuminate. And may our hearts shine bright today with the cessation of the noise from the outside world. May the inner sound, may the inner light be amplified. And connecting in with whatever intention that you're holding. And throughout our ceremony, continue to come back to this vision. Feel yourself with your feet on the ground in the midst of this vision. See others happy for you. Feel your success, whatever you can do in your vision to make it real. And what makes it most real is feeling emotion connected with it. Feeling the love in your heart, feeling your overflowing joy and gratitude as you open your eyes to this new day where you are so happy and fulfilled and healthy and at peace, and where our world is operating in harmony, governed by higher principles, where the light of truth is what leads the way. Aho. And so we move from here, connecting in with the Pistis Sophia, with power and wisdom. Here she is in the 13th ion, performing her mysteries. And then she sees the treasury of light. She beholds the great light, and she is in love. She is in devotion. She is in awe, and all she can do is sing praise to the light of creation. So with that, we'll move into our first song. And all of these songs, I invite you to sing along to the best of your ability. And the chorus is at the bottom, And it's holy, holy. All the earth is filled with your glory. Holy, holy. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was creation. You were there, you wished me well, as the silence exploded with elation. You spoke the word, let there be light, and light appeared out of the darkness. You rose the earth out of the sea. You fashioned all eternity. Holy, holy, all the earth is filled with your glory. Holy, holy. You trace the sun across the sky. You move the face of the waters. You blow the breeze. You pull the tides. You weave our lives in perfect order. You made the light so I can see all the beauty you formed around me, so I would know with every breath that you love me. Holy, holy, all the earth is filled with your glory. Holy, holy. May all the days of my life be a blessing to my family. May all the love within my heart cast waves of love on those around me. And may my daughter and my son have eyes to see light everlasting and feel the love greater than all. Fill their hearts with rejoicing. Holy, holy, all the earth is filled with your glory. Holy, holy, all the earth is filled with your glory. Holy, holy. And so connecting in with that love, connecting in with this beauty of creation. So in Sophia praising the light and singing to the light, she pissed off some people. She pissed off the rulers of the other ions, and she pissed off the self-willed one that lived in the world of the chaos. And they were not having it that Sophia was going to be singing to the light and that maybe she was going to access the light. Like, no way. So the self-willed one, out of his power that he didn't allow to be purified and aligned with the will of God, he created a lion-faced being that emanated light to try to trick Sophia. So here's this lion-faced being emanating light in the realm of chaos below. It captures Sophia's attention and she starts to sing to it, and hence begins her descent into the chaos. So that brings us to our next song. And this is the Gayatri mantra. This is a mantra to invite in the light of the sun, the light to illuminate our consciousness, and light as the organizing principle of the darkness. Move the bench a little. And the words are Om Bhur Bhuvah Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Deva Syadi Mahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. So she's singing to the light. She just doesn't know what light she's singing to. So feeling ourselves filled with this desire to be illuminated as Sophia. Sophia can also be a reference to our own soul. So feeling this is a journey of the soul. And in the Gnostic teachings, they teach that we have been born into this world in order to be born again, that we've come in incomplete, and we can purify ourselves and cultivate wisdom through right action, right speech, right word, right deed, where we're aligned with what we say and what we do. We do acts of kindness and good works. And through that, we can purify our temple so that we can learn and cultivate our vessel so that the truth can descend within us, that the Christos can descend within us. So it's this idea that we must first descend before we can ascend. And I'm sure for people here, perhaps they said it was going to be the dawning of the new age, December 21st, 2012, and it has been hard. So perhaps we've all had our own kind of version of the descent into the underworld, where at this time of year we can kind of replay this myth, act out this story to see if there's any more kind of forlorn aspects of ourselves that are asking for attention, to be illuminated so we can reclaim that divine spark. So Sophia sings to the lion-faced light. She goes down into the chaos, and then when she approaches it, it sucks all the light out of her, taking her power, imprisoning her in the world of chaos, and then tormenting her with demons. And I also would ask us to think about in our own lives how often we might have felt like, what the heck is going on? Am I just being messed with? I'm so over it. But so this begins the descent of Sophia into the chaos. And when she realizes what happened, oh my goodness, does she cry out in her suffering. So, which brings us to our next song. And so our chorus is la 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 la. So we'll start with that so you feel comfortable when we keep coming back to it. La 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 la. Okay, we'll go to the beginning. Wound me not, my precious child, but please show me the way to redemption. Bring your world is not wrong. They forgot their song, so we'll sing them the way to redemption.
So sweet. So sweet.
So on Sophia's journey, her descent into the chaos, she is like, OMG, what the heck is going on? And I have to find my way through this. And she alternates between lamenting her situation of, oh my gosh, this is so terrible, and they've caught me and they're torturing me, and please help me, to her family, her mother, father, God, her divine counterpart, Christ, where are you? She goes back and forth between lamenting and finding her center and just singing her praise of her love of the light. And in that song, it talks about the world is not wrong. They forgot their song, so let's sing them the way to redemption. And so in there also, the plight of Pistis Sophia is, as she was in the chaos, singing to the light, she began to purify that which was around her. Light is the organizing principle of the chaos. So this light, this wisdom, this power, this intelligence, as it descended into the world through its act of fervently loving the divine, its fervent devotion, it began to clear and clean the atmosphere around it. But this suffering went on and on. She actually made 13 repentances. So we're still in this journey of our own calling upon that space. If there's anything that you are struggling with and you're feeling yourself in the depths of that, recognizing that Sophia is giving us a recipe, a remedy for our own path, for our own salvation. And so this is a song by Lauren Daigle. So Sophia is still down in it. And so what do we do when we're down in it? She just wants the divine to hold on to her. When the best of me is barely breathing, when I'm not somebody I believe in, hold on to me. Hold on to me. When I miss the light, the night has stolen. When I'm slamming all the doors you've opened, hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. When I don't feel like I'm worth defending. When I'm tired of all my pretending, hold on to break in desperation underneath the weight of expectation. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. I could rest here in your arms forever, 'cause I know nobody loves me better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. And so then after her desperation, she decides just to sing praise, just to call upon one creator. Truth is thy name, doer of everything, fearless, revengeless, self-illumined. And the words are Ek Onkar, Satanam, Kartar Purik, Nirvo, Nirve, Akar Murit, Ajuni, Saibang, Guru Prasad, Jap, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hey, be such, Nanakahosi, be such. And this is a shortened stanza that summarizes the Guru Granth Sahib, which is the sacred text of the Sikhs. And it basically is just naming the power of the creator, of the one source from which we've all come. And as we speak these words, this is Sanskrit, this is a seed mantra. So the words contain the reality of the thing within it. So as we say these words with a devotional heart, we're naming ourselves in our own return to the oneness, to source, to that cause out of which we've come. And as we return to the higher world cause, then it restores any distortion that might have come after. It repairs any negative effects that we may be experiencing in our lives. So with a devotional heart, if you're humming it, if you're saying the words, we're just calling upon source, the originating point of who we are, just as Sophia decides only to be devotion. Ekonka Satanam Katapurik Nivo Nive Akalmuret Ajuni Saiba Guru Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hey be Sach Nanaka Hosi be Sach. satanam katapurek nivo nive akalamuret hajuni saiba guru prasaja asaj jugasaj hey bisaj nanaga hosi bisaj ekonka satana katapurek nivo nive akalmuret hajuni saiba guru prasaja atsaj jugasaj hey bisaj nanaga hosi bisaj one creator truth is thy name doer of everything fearless revengeless I am self-illumined true forever true. So in our own dark nights of the soul, when we cry out in despair and cry out in anguish, and maybe even recall a time in your childhood where you were calling out and those calls went unanswered, and feeling yourself sitting there with yourself as a small child and just taking yourself into your own arms now as a grown-up, now as an adult, and loving that part of ourselves, loving that little child who doesn't know they're loved, who feels so alone. And then, because you were there, and here you are now, going back and attending to the cries of your child self, and in the story, as Sophia cries out her love for God, God answers back. And God's like, hold up, girlfriend. You are okay. We're gonna get through this. And don't you worry. When you're in a hard place, nothing seems to be for you. When the way forward is veiled from view, know the answers that you're seeking when you wake up in the night with uncertainty all over, and you pray for the way on through. Listen in the quiet for that spark of hope still burning. That's love coming after you. Hold up, now is a brand new moment, not something you felt in the past, child. This time the good's meant to last. Hold up, you are more precious than gold, love. You are a child of the light. You are the miracle of life. Hold up, count your blessings, know that love is winning. Let the peace when that still small voice speaks inside you, and your heart cries out, 'cause you know it's true. Listen in the quiet for that spark of hope still burning. It's there when you stop and listen. Hold up, now is a brand new moment, not something you felt in the past, child. This time the good's meant to last. Hold up, you are more precious than gold, love. You are a child of the light. You are the miracle of life. Hold up, count your blessings, know that love is winning. Let the peace come. So we're going to go to the bottom, and it's the word Salah. And Salah is written many times in the Bible, and it's an invitation for us to come into that stillness. You know, be still and know that I am God. And Salah is that moment of contemplation, the sitting in your bed of just listening for the presence, feeling into the answer. So we'll sing Salah. Salah, 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 Salah. Be still and know that I am God. I am God. I am. Be still and know that I am God. That I am God. I am. Be still and know that I am God, that I am God, I am. Be still and know that I am God, that I am God, I am. Hold up, now is a brand new moment, not something you felt in the past, child. This time the good's meant to last. Hold up, you are more precious than gold, love. You are a child of the light. You are a miracle So that moment when our cries have been heard, but she's not out of the woods yet. She got heard after her 7th repentance, and she doesn't get liberated until after 13. So she's feeling a little bit more hopeful. And so anything you want to say, Michael Joseph. This is Michael Joseph. I'm Reya Manna.
Hi, everyone.
About those moments where we feel like all hope is lost, but then we have a glimmer of hope guiding us forward.
And here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll continue on our journey. So she's feeling a little bit encouraged. She's still being tormented by demons, but she's like, okay, the light is here. She's feeling the strength. And so, and this is an adapted myth. This isn't exactly how the myth goes. But so in the myth, or in this adapted version, she then cries out to her mother, to Barbello. So Awen is the muse, is in the Celtic tradition, and it's this energy of the triple goddess. It's the inspiration. It's in the Gnostic tradition, what we would call the Anoia, the spark of life. And the original woman was created as a mirror reflection of the spark of life that lives within us. And actually, an interesting kind of twist to the story of creation. And, you know, this is part of kind of a Gnostic spin on it, is that, so in that moment, she faced this lion-headed demon, or this lion-headed being that created this light, sucked out her light, and it created Yabayot. Yabayot became this demon who wasn't of the original creation, but had memory because he came out of the light of his mother. And so then Yabayot, this is a more complicated story, but so Yabayot is the false light. It's that energy that's not quite it. And so it shines its light in our world. And so we are tasked to develop that connection with our own light, with our inner compass, with our inner knowing, so that we can differentiate the true light from the false light. We can differentiate those places of where we're being misled from truth. So calling upon Awen is that truth that lives within us, is that source of inspiration. Thank you. And so here we sing to our appreciation. flow, and the mystery grows. Breezes have blown, seeds have been sown, love has been known, fruit to my bones. Ay, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Calling all of my friends, come and tend the garden. With our hearts we can bend everything in the end. Calling all of my friends, come and tend the garden. With our hearts we can bend everything in the end. Ay, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Now we'll just sing Awen. Awen, 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 In the darkness, I found the light streaming through just beyond sight. Connecting with the breath. Feeling again that light within us. Thank you. Feeling our own inner light just beyond sight, but not beyond sight. And feeling the warmth in your chest. And feeling that warmth showing you a vision of your life, of your future. Feeling that light illuminate your consciousness. Feeling that light purifying yourself, purifying your thoughts and your feelings and your desires. Purifying any entanglements any attachments, any wounds, any traumas. Seeing that light illuminating all the cracks, any parts of brokenness in our life path and our life story, any areas that we perceive as brokenness. And just seeing the light illuminate those spaces. I had that before. So then we're going to move into our next song. And so, as Sophia is starting to feel a little bit better, but she's still there in the chaos, she's recognizing that this is a dance. This is a play. It's almost like the idea of Leela in Hindu tradition, that Leela is the play of God with itself. So she repents and repents and repents and cries out, please forgive me for all I have done. Please forgive me for what got me here. Please liberate me. Please show me the way. Please show me what to do. She's heard and spoken back to by the ineffable one, and then she cries out to divine wisdom, and then her mother sings to her. And this is a song that came to me when I was in Egypt on the Red Sea at the end of leading a retreat there for a couple weeks, and then going to the Red Sea and singing to the water. And I received this song, and it felt like the Divine Mother singing to me with what I needed to know. And so here in this moment, we sing this song as the Divine Mother singing it to Sophia, as the Divine Mother singing it to us. You can feel yourself with your heart wide open, being showered by the love of the universe. When you stand at the crossroads, need help moving forward, when your head and your heart can't agree where to go, look to the sunrise, look to these mighty shores, there you will find me, I am forever yours. Look to your heartbeat in deep times of need, open your arms wide and receive. In your times of trial and through every tear, I'm in every smile and each word that you hear. So look to the sunset, remember to breathe, open your heart wide and receive. I was the first one to love you and to call out your name, to believe in your dreams and be sure you do the same. I heard you in the silence. So, Sophia gains courage, and she decides to then sing further praises to the light. And this is a mantra from the sutras. And the sutras are said to be the strings that hold the universe together. And when they vibrate, they emanate sound. So these sutras are considered the higher principles that hold everything together, that are the laws of the universe. And this particular one means this light that comes from the supreme light is the light that enlightens all the gods and cosmic forces. It's the light that illuminates the sun, and it's the light that illuminates us. So this is a call and response. So we'll just I'll sing each part 2 times. We were practicing it, and we realized that we cannot do it call and response between us, because do you speak Sanskrit?
No.
And Michael usually has much more to say.
I'm saying a lot with my heart.
Yes. And what's that written on your heart?
Love, love, love.
It's
is my new
backwards, yeah, but you get it.
Evolve.
Okay. So the words are Jyotish Thena Yena Jyotihi, Jyotish Thena Yena Devita, Jyotish Thena Ye Narkaha. And then the last part is Surya Namaskara. Surya, like the sun, Surya, for those of you who know Sanskrit. I wrote it phonetically so you can sound it out. And so, so connecting with that spark of light in your own heart. And these are like magic words. And in Kabbalah, well, in different teachings, they say that we used to have the power of the word to speak creation into existence. And so by applying higher knowledge, higher wisdom, we can restore this power of the word to speak reality into creation. Abracadabra means I speak, therefore it is. So, and really we're always speaking our reality into creation, except mostly people are kind of working against themselves. We might say, oh, I am rich and I have everything I need and all my needs are met and I'm so grateful. But then the next minute we're like, oh my God, my life sucks and I'm so unhappy. And so this is us using our words against ourselves. And so, and also if we have thoughts.
Our programs.
And our programs. And you want to say more about that?
Oh, the subconscious. The subconscious space is what really drives the machine, right? It's really driving the train. So it's important to be aware of what you're aware of. Get in touch with what's going on in the subconscious space, what's going on in the back mind, and retrain that back mind to run the train the way that you want it to go, in the direction that you want it to go.
Yes.
So speaking those words forwards can sometimes be a little bit deceiving, because if you don't know what's going on back here, you don't have that support. So it's good to stay in that meditative space and that find your way into that theta space where you can work on reprogramming what's going on in the subconscious space.
Yes. So we're dealing with so many different aspects. We're dealing with using our words positively, and we started at 10:30. Yeah, we're going to 12:30. I see somebody wrote in the chat.
Just a few more songs.
Yeah.
Worthy of sticking around.
Yes. And yes, getting into those places, those meditative places, these ceremonial places where we can invite in deeper listening. And so that we can work on the things we have access to, but then there's so many other aspects of ourselves that we don't have access to. Our subconscious mind is like the iceberg under the surface. And so in those instances, that's why calling out for the light, calling out for the grace of the divine, calling out for that higher principle, for source, to assist us in this process is so important, because we're set up that we can't do it alone. We can't live life alone. We need each other. And everything is kind of pointing us to that we're all aspects of the one. And for bodhisattvas, they believe that there's no real liberation until we're all liberated. So with this chant, may we have our own inner light amplified and illuminated. May that light of consciousness within all beings be amplified and illuminated.
Yes.
Okay.
Igniting the inner fire.
Yes, inner fire. Okay. So connecting with that light within. Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha. Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara. Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha. Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara. Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena jyotihi, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena devita, Jyotishtena yena arkaha, Jyotishtena yena arkaha. Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara, Surya Namaskara. And connecting with that inner fire, burning away illusion, burning away falsehood, burning away encumbrances, burning away shackles, attachments, false pride, false humility, things that no longer serve us, things that aren't ours. feeling the light within, burning us, purifying us into that state of truth, into our original stainless purity, that we may be made into the threshed on the threshing floor, kneaded by the great baker, made into bread for the angels. And so Sophia is restored. Her inner fire has been lit. She went through the different realms of the chaos and she found her center. She recalled her projections. She purified her heart, and then she became born again. She descended into the world of chaos, not having full access to all the lessons and all the mysteries and powers therein. And in her being there, she purified the chaos. She learns her lessons and she becomes reunited with the Logos. The Christos was able to come and dwell in her, and then she is restored to her natural place. But this time she's restored in her fullness, in her wholeness. And so out of her love, out of her devotion, she recognizes that all things come from the divine. And okay, there we go. So she recognizes that all love, all life is an aspect of the divine, that there's nothing where God isn't. And this comes from a Celtic chant, which we may do at the end. The Celtic chant is Faran ro mi ansanter, ruta ni mi ansanter, ruta her mi ansanter, anam Krishta. And it means everywhere I go, everything I do, every word I speak in the name of the divine. So it's with deep devotion that she recognizes that it's the grace of God that truly liberates us in the end. Everywhere I go, everything I do, every word I speak is for love of you. Each path I tread, the actions I take, all the songs I sing, every day I wake up by your grace, by your grace. Everything I have, all the love I know, the power to heal, the strength to grow, my beating heart, the breath in my lungs, the life inside of me, and the peace that comes up by your grace, by your grace, by your grace, by your grace. Every wish I make, every dream I dream, every triumph won, every time I believe, and when I let love win all the fear, when I'm baptized in a sea of my tears, just feeling the blessings of the grace being bestowed upon us, the grace of the world, the grace being bestowed upon the world. There's a passage in scripture that says, Lord, please send your spirit and all shall be created and you shall renew the face of the earth. This is the idea that there's the descent of the Holy Spirit. In Judaism, it's the Shekinah. It's on the Sabbath, on the Shabbat, they call upon the descent of the Shekinah to bless us. And that is Barbello. It is the Divine Mother. So there's this call for the descent of the grace of God, the descent of the Holy Spirit, the descent of the Divine Mother to come into us. And that descent is the same motion of on high, the truth always persists. And then we come into matter. We come into these places where we have, in Kabbalah, it's called a tikkun. It's a spiritual correction. It's a lesson that we have to learn. And we come here to learn that lesson so that we can progress along the path of our own destiny. You know, for those of you who know anything about Tarot, Tarot speaks to the arcana. Each number represents a stage in the journey of a soul, starting with the Fool, moving to the Magician, where you're naming your creation, into the High Priestess, where there's this connection and power over the natural world, this ability to command the elements. And so we all go through these journeys in the lower worlds, and we go through those journeys to redeem, to find something that our soul needs in its evolutionary spiral of existence. Because creation isn't static. God is not a static state. God is not a noun. God is a verb. God is the action, the motion of life. So here we are, imbued in this action and motion of life. And yet the ascension is the higher perfection descending into this world. The great work is the spiritualization of matter. It's taking these higher principles and embodying them, purifying ourselves, connecting with the divine, and recognizing that we have a journey that we're here to partake in. We haven't done anything wrong. We're here to gain gifts, to cultivate awarenesses. There's a Sufi story that says that there's a caravan coming from the future back toward the past, depositing gifts for us to find along the way to help us remember who we are. So, so then what happens as we go through this descension process, and then we rise again, and then we recognize that we have something to give to the world. We have a gift. And what is that gift? And how am I going to participate? I mean, imagine how good you feel. I mean, I'm sure we've all had those moments where we go down into the suffering and then we come back up. It's like going underwater and then we come back up and we're like, oh my gosh, or we feel like we're in the midst of the darkness and then somebody flips on the light and we're like, oh, thank God, the light is back. I can see it. I know, I understand all that I went through. I get it. In this tikkun, the spiritual correction that the Kabbalists understand that we're here for, is both individual and collective. So, you know, that term light worker, there's also this reference to the 144,000 that will come to return at this time to help uplift humanity. And so this tikkun also can be a tikkun of the collective, that many of us came to participate in this overall lesson that the collective has to learn. So sometimes we suffer for ourselves alone, but very often for those of us here, most likely we're suffering, or what we're doing is we're in the process of alchemizing this lesson that the collective needs to learn, and we came to help them with it. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this song woke me up in the night out of sleeping, and I hear, bow my head and sing my song, the victory is already won. And I was like, whoa, I think I should record that. Sounds like a good song. And then it turned into this. So here we are, returned to the light, and then we can see the perfection of our journey. And then what do? We take the young ones by the hand. We take our younger brothers and sisters, or those parts of ourselves that don't know better, the inner child. We take them by the hand and we show them the way. We give them love and care and comfort. Bow my head and sing my song. The victory is already won. Bow my head and sing my song. The victory is already won. Bow my head and sing my song. The victory is already won. Bow my head and sing my song. The victory is already won. Take the young ones by the hand, lead them to the promised land, is how we stand together now. That's the part that really counts. Plant your feet on our Mother Earth, plant your heart into the soul of the universe. Remember when you were wild and free and loved completely. Stand up, stand up, stand up, like life depends on us. Stand up, stand up, stand up, like life depends on us. Faith in the coming, faith in the going, faith in the mystery of the unfolding. Trust in the life that we have come here to live. Trust in the life that we have come here to give. Hear the language of the hawks and storms, reminding us we are never alone. See Creator in every phase. Feel this world overflowing with grace. Stand up, stand up, stand up, like life deserves on us. Stand up, stand up, stand up, like life depends on us. Stand up and know the truth that you came for. No time to back down, no doors have been even in the mistakes, there are messages. So, I bow my head as this like act of humility. So we got stuck there a little bit. And apparently, it's it's an invitation to not get swept up in the field of illusion, and just to, when I first moved, I grew up in upstate New York and lived on the East Coast most of my life. And 10 years ago, I moved to California. And when I first got to LA, I was like driving through Topanga Canyon for the first time, and I hear Spirit say, you have to learn how to hear my voice above all others. And for me, that's what that bow my head is. It's like I'm bowing into this deep listening of soul, of spirit, recognizing the lessons, trying my best to recognize the lessons, inviting in that spirit of truth so that we all can have that degree of discernment, that we all can hear the voice of our soul louder than all others. And so we have one more song. And so in that space, we invite all of you to commune with that inner voice. What is it that Spirit is asking of you? What is it that your soul is calling for? And, at this time, at this winter solstice, at this holy time of the inner light, this communion with the energy of the birth of Christ, the Christos, the Christ in Kabbalah, just kind of breaking words down. Jesus is a Greek translation of Yeshua, and Kabbalistically they would say Yeheshua. And Yeheshua is spelled Yod He Shin Vav He. Those are the Hebrew letters that spell Yeheshua. In Hebrew, the name of God is Yod He Vav He, which then had been translated into Yehovah or Jehovah. So the idea is that you have Yod He Vav He, which is this mystical name of God, which is said to be written on our spine, and that we can use our spine to activate the sunlight fluid that is within our body. This sunlight fluid is this eternal fluid that when you understand how to work with it, you can activate different divine capacities in yourself. So on our spine, we have Yod He Vav He written, and then into Yod He Vav He comes the descent of the Holy Spirit, the fire of the heavens, which is Shin, the letter Shin in Hebrew. And so then that gets infused into Yod He Vav He, becomes Yod He Shin Vav He, which we then get Yeheshua. So Yeheshua, and that fire lives in the heart. So Yeheshua is actually the redemptive pattern, the pattern of redemption that lives inside each of our hearts. It is a pattern that we can follow to come back to ourselves as divinely human beings. So sometimes breaking things down, knowing some of the history, breaking down some of the words, we can understand a deeper, this is mysticism. Mysticism isn't like a sign on the wall. It's inviting us into a direct experience, where when we have that direct experience, it like wakes up parts of ourselves, and then we're able to orient toward a future, a brighter, more beautiful future. Okay, so I'm gonna share this song, and thank you so much for those of you who are here with us. It's been such a blessing to sing together and to be together, and thank you for joining your energy into this field of blessings and prayer. And as we're all part of the quantum measure, any prayers that we hold in the field, they are placed into the collective consciousness. So tuning into your own heart, your own spirit, your own deep listening. Here we go again, my mind racing, and I can't seem to win all these crazy thoughts and feelings. It's like it never ends until 'cause you're already there. I hear your voice call me forward. I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Away with the distractions. I wanna hear what's true. The only words that matter, they come from you. I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet, I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet, quiet, and let your hear in the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet. So inhaling deeply. Exhaling, feeling that light within illuminating us. Feeling the deep gratitude for our own journey that we've made, the descent into the darkness, the excavation of that wounding, our wounding, collective wounding, family lineage wounding. Give yourself deep gratitude for your bravery in living your life and waking up each morning and continuing on. And then rubbing our hands together and then sending blessings to our Mother Earth. Sending blessings and love to her waters, her forests, her creatures, to her mountains, her beautiful sacred mountains, to the air, to the underground rivers and lava flows and crystal beds and gold mines, to creatures seen and unseen, known and unknown, to sending blessings to the light, sending blessings to the light from which we've come, blessings to the truth, blessings, and using our energy in this now moment to amplify the victory of the light. Amplifying the space of triumph, of goodness, of truth. And then sending blessings through your own lives, to your families, to your loved ones. And blessings to each other here. Blessings to our sacred circle. And blessings to the families of the members of our sacred circle. And recognition that we are each other's answered prayers. We are the saints and sages in this life for one another. And we have the power to speak blessings and speak goodness over someone. We can uplift someone when they're suffering. That the power is not in anyone alone. It's the power when we're together. And actually a big part of the story of consciousness is that at one point we were created as the one being, created in the image and likeness of the divine. And then that fractured, and we're in the process of being restored to unity. So it's not what we do or where we go, it's that we go together. We connect in with our heart. We sing our prayers, make our offerings, sing our songs. And then we're heard by the great Mother of the universe. with one heart and one voice. And giving deep gratitude to all beings seen and unseen, known and unknown, releasing the directions to go and tell stories of what they've witnessed here today. May these prayers echo out far and wide, and may we see the fruits of our intentions in the future to come, in the new year. And just taking another moment to connect in with your intention, feeling it, tasting it, hearing it, smelling it. Feel yourself so happy. Aho.
Mm.
Thank you so much, everyone. Such a blessing. Thank you for those that kept your camera on. I see Jacob, Kessia, Andrea, Carrie, Louise, Holly, Holly and Greg, Biljana,
Hattie? Hattie?
Sunbear, Amanda, Susan, Hattie, Doris, Kathleen, Diane, Robin, Kaya, Loretta, Cherie, and Karen, and I saw Lauren earlier. And just thank you so much for being here. We have more things to come. We'll do another event in January. I'll send an email out about that. I have the Songkeeper School, which is a 5-month program of sacred singing and earth honoring. We get together and we sing our prayers. And this is Michael Joseph, very exquisitely talented musician and just exquisite human being. And he has an educational fellowship that teaches sovereignty and helps people navigate through the system in a way that's much more empowering with contracts and taxes. And he's like a kind of on the ground, guide, so to speak, for how to navigate. I'm like a spiritual world's, director, like, oh, let's love with devotion and light. And Michael's like, and I'll help you with the practical matters. So, we'll send out emails about both of what we do. And
Alloidal title, land patents, trusts. Yes, I saw somebody put that in there. It's a deep discussion, but it really is all about self-empowerment. It's really getting into the substance over the form. We've been so conditioned to think that the form has the power, right? But it's really about our substance and knowing who we are. It's the deeper message of all of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I please share this? I drew this, and since I've not done anything like this in a long time, so my